Yes, sir. Welcome to the Manila Boy Experience channel. And if you are listening to this one in Spotify or Anchor, welcome to the Manila Boy Audio Experience. In this episode, I'm gonna talk about the importance of creating habits. So just sit down, relax, and this won't take long. Let's go. Let's go. So I joined this running group in Facebook. So basically, it just talks about some advice for beginner runners or even for your long-term runners. Basically, a group that motivate each other to do better in running and just to assist each other on running. And one of the most common question or one of the top question that always get asked there is how do I start running? So for obvious reason, and I don't know why, most of the people there answer with their physical advice. Their physical advice would be start with 5 kilometers or 3 kilometers run, the running shoes that they have to wear, the mechanics, very technical stuff sometimes, but I'm not judging them for that. But for me, this is my own opinion, how you're gonna approach in jumping into running, not just running. This creating habit doesn't apply just in running, it applies to how you're gonna start losing weight, how you're gonna start going to the gym, how you're gonna start jiu-jitsu or dancing or whatever you guys want to do. It applies to everything. But just to have a clear path, we're gonna compare it to running. Alright? Just we know the comparison and you get the analogy of it. But how you're gonna start running or do the things that you want to do. Like for me, the best approach is approach it mentally first. And that's when creating habits jumps in. So I'm gonna quickly read to you guys what my response is. So my response was start with creating habits first and apply habit stacking principle. For running, your base habit is to be out and on your running shoes every day. Go out every day and maybe start walking for 10 to 15 minutes. Once you can do that, then maybe start running for 1 minute, then 2 minute walk, and then gradually progress from this. I can talk to you guys about this one on another videos, but hopefully you get the idea. This is what habit stacking is all about. So if you want to know more about this concept or this habit creating thing that I'm talking about, you guys need to read Atomic Habit of James Clear. This is one of the books that made a big difference for me. I've been in the fitness industry for a while, but all the things that I've been doing is just like physical things. It's only for the last 3-4 years that I really approach it mentally. And this book, Atomic Habits, is the one that really embedded this idea of creating habits first, and this is what I talk about to other people as well. So jump into that. It's a freaking awesome book. I talk about creating habit because just approaching or just telling yourself to do it without strategizing mentally is a total waste of time. You need to hack your body to the point that you don't need to think about it. And once you don't need to think about it, your body knows the sequence and your body would just end up just doing it. So hack your body first. So I'm gonna quickly give you guys an analogy. So we get the running. I'm gonna compare it with a manual car. And hopefully you guys know how to drive manual car, because lots of people don't know how to drive manual car anymore. But anyway, the analogy is this. You can't just go 100 kilometers straight away in a car. You need to have an igniter, which is your key. Once the car is on, you need to put it in the first gear. So that's gonna be the igniter is your base habit. The key, that's your base habit. The first gear is your second habit. The second gear is another habit. The third gear is another habit. The fourth gear, hopefully you're gonna be running there like a marathon kilometers, or you'll be just out there going 100 kilometers, or you're just out there doing what you want to do. But this is the analogy. You need to have a base habit first, and you need to keep building from that. You just can't go like, yeah, I'm doing this thing, because I assure you, I've been there before. You're gonna fail. So just to slowly end this episode, I want to emphasize that your base habit needs to be really, really simple. Simple as putting your running shoes. Simple as wearing your running watch. Simple as fixing your bed once you wake up. Simple as having a shower. Because these things are really simple and you can do it straight away. You don't need a lot of motivation to put your shoes. You just put your shoes on. And those base habit is gonna be your igniter for the next habit that you want to do, or the next habit that you want to do. You put your shoes on. That's gonna be your igniter. The second thing you want to do once you get your shoes on is to go out there. That's gonna be your second habit. And once you're out there, you need to start walking. Once you're walking, you need to run, walk, and then later on, you're gonna find yourself running 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, half marathon, marathon, ultra marathon, and stuff like that. And like what I said, this thing doesn't only apply to running, it applies to jiu-jitsu, dancing, things you really want to jump in, or things that you really want to do. Have a simple habit to start with. So that's it. Like I said, this episode is gonna be nice and simple. You know the drill. Keep hustling. Smash. Let's go.